Hey guys, it's Trainer Torres, and today we're going to be going over a chest and core workout. This is going to be an at-home workout. You don't need any equipment for it. Now the reason why I'm doing this is not only because of the recent COVID-19 pandemic that swept across the nation, it is also for people that are just beginning their fitness journey. Perhaps you don't want to go to a public gym, maybe you don't have the self-esteem yet, maybe you're a little self-conscious. It doesn't really matter. From here, you're going to be able to do this entire workout within the confines of your own room. So I'm going to be going over a total of 8 workouts. This is a workout that's been adapted from a workout that you would normally perform at the gym. So I'm going to go over that real quick with you. Alright, so you're going to be able to see with this workout, I developed this for a client recently. Essentially, we're focusing on 2 major muscle groups, the upper body and then the core. We're going to start with the incline chest press. He was supposed to perform drop sets for 4 sets in 12 reps. Now this is a hypertrophic based regimen, so the main focus of these workouts is to tear muscle fibers to produce as much muscle mass as possible. To replace the incline chest press today, we're actually going to do rocking horse push-ups to engage those upper pectorals as well as your shoulders, delts, and traps. Now, when we're doing the rocking horse push-ups, essentially what you want to do to really engage those muscle fibers, because it's not going to be as much weight as you could normally press on the bench, is we're going to vary the speed and intensity of our movement. A tactic we're going to employ here is actually going to be compensatory acceleration training. What that's going to mean is pretty much explosive based training. You're going to explode through that push-up as quickly as you can. As you push out, contracting those muscles, you gain leverage. You're not going to have as much force being generated or applied to those upper pectorals. So to compensate for that, we're employing the compensatory acceleration method. That's just going to be pushing through as quickly as possible, accelerating from that sticking point all the way through to a full lockout. Now, if you find that that wasn't necessarily enough to help you engage those muscle fibers, perhaps you've been training for a little bit, what I want you to do is adjust the speed at which you come down. So, you're going to explode up and come down slowly. Any exercise ending in an eccentric movement, if you can slow that down and maintain the contraction all the way through, possibly even pausing halfway through, getting down to the bottom of the contraction, pausing again, and extending those biceps, contracting those triceps, you're really going to maximize blood flow and pump to that area. So that's one of the methods that we would like to employ today, is compensatory acceleration and eccentric deceleration. Secondly, this was core. First workout we have here is really self-explanatory, leg raises. Now that's going to be 3 sets, 1 minute on each set. I like to do time-based exercises for core. I feel like it gives you an opportunity to really employ a high-intensity training method because you have a timer and you have a countdown, so you know when to push yourself and you can really engage throughout the course of that countdown. Now for these leg raises, if you do wish to make it a little harder, explode on the way up and raise those hips, then come down nice and slowly. Or you can just do the standard leg raise, bending at those hips at 90 degrees. That's still going to engage your core. You want to keep it tight. Focus on the contraction no matter what you're doing. Throughout any of these workouts, I want you to focus on contracting the muscle group. So at the top of any contraction, you want to focus on squeezing and allowing that blood flow to really hit that muscle group. Alright, so from here, we're going to have the dumbbell chest press. These are drop sets. So essentially for the sets, it's supposed to be 3 sets with 12 repetitions. Because it's a drop set, I'm going to provide you the ability to gain a little bit of leverage because we are replacing this with archer push-ups. Archer push-ups are really going to allow you to focus on a singular pectoral because you're going to extend this arm out, allowing yourself less leverage. So you're going to place more weight and more strength on this pec with the hand that's close in towards your body. You're going to do 12 reps on each side. Feel free to employ compensatory acceleration during this exercise or eccentric deceleration. You can also employ some isometric variants as well. If you wish to pause at the bottom or midway through the contraction, you sure can. That'll definitely allow for a larger pump and more blood flow to circulate within that area. So because this is a set of drop sets, essentially what I want you to do is, as you progress from set 1, bring that elbow in just a little bit. Boom. You're gonna have this elbow bent at about a 45-degree angle, just to help you press through and provide a little more leverage, so that way you can still provide yourself with that pump while maintaining proper form and technique. Proper form and technique is essential because we're really trying to focus and target specific muscle groups throughout the duration of this routine. And now that we're finished with those archer push-ups, we're coming back to core. I want to space this out so your muscles have plenty of time to recuperate, because this is going to be a very challenging workout. So I want you to pace yourself. Make sure you're giving yourself ample amounts of rest between sets. At least 2 to 3 minutes rest if you're at an intermediate to beginner level. And if you are at a more experienced level, I want you to push yourself a little bit and try and keep it to a maximum of 2 minutes rest and a minimum of 1 minute rest. So we are into the Russian press and twist. This is a variant of the Russian twist I came up with one day while teaching a boxing class at Tuttle Boxing Club. It's essentially just going to be a Russian twist, 1, 2. Now what I've done to make this a little bit harder is I've incorporated a press. So you're going to be balancing on your butt, you're going to be keeping those heels up off the ground, twist, twist, and bring that weight up to your chest, boom, press. Because you're going to be balancing on your butt, you're going to be likely at a 45-degree angle. So you're going to be essentially performing an incline press in addition to these twists while maintaining a tight core, nice and contracted, providing ample blood flow to that area and providing you with the best results for transformation in your physique. You may have noticed that we were essentially working our way from the top down throughout the pectorals. So from this regimen, I'm attempting to engage the upper, mid, and lower ranges of your pectorals. So we started off engaging the upper pectorals with rocking horse push-ups. Then we engaged pretty much the entire pectoral, focusing on just a pretty much neutral pectoral contraction with the archer push-ups. And from here, we're engaging the lower pectorals, dips, 3 sets of 20. It is entirely possible to do 3 sets of 20. I know that this is an adaptive workout, so I'm going to offer you the ability to drop sets or to drop reps. So I want you to start at 20, then come down to 15, and then end at 12. Make sure to maintain proper form throughout these contractions. Do not forget the 3 methods that I talked about when it comes to providing yourself with an ample pump if this workout is not challenging enough by itself. Remember, you're going to get out what you put in. So if you put in the effort to really focus on these muscle groups and employ tactics to make this workout a little bit harder, feel that burn a little bit more, and really engage those muscle groups and get that pump going, then you're really going to see the results and you're going to feel that muscle fatigue and soreness a lot more. The great thing about that is you know you've worked hard and you know you've earned what results you're going to get. So I would encourage you to employ compensatory acceleration, eccentric deceleration, as well as isometric variance to this exercise. Alright, so we are into our final set-based core workout. We have 3 sets for 1 minute each on cross crunches. Essentially, you're going to be bringing your outer elbow to your outer knee. Opposite elbow meets opposite knee. This is really going to focus on one side of the core. You're going to engage your abdominals and your obliques on a very specific side. I want you to focus on that contraction, squeeze nice and tight at the top, and come down slowly on the eccentric contraction. Really focus on that blood flow to those abdominals, and you're gonna feel that burn and you're gonna get those results. So I love to end my workouts with a burnout. Essentially, these next 2 exercises are going to be completely up to you. What I want you to do is really just maximize, push yourself to the limit that you can. This is 1 set, you're going as hard as you can, and you want to feel the pump. You want to get that pump, get that blood flowing as much as possible, because this is going to be your last workout. So I really want you to leave it all out there. What you've got are cable flies burnout. That's going to be 1 set to maximal pump. Essentially, because we do not have cables in our bedroom, what I'm gonna have you do are planche push-ups. Planche push-ups are a very challenging push-up to do. You're trying to bring your hands down as low as possible, almost to hip level. People that are really good at planche push-ups, of which I'm not included in that category, are gonna be able to lift their feet off the ground and do push-ups with their entire body elevated, nothing but their hands touching the floor. I'm going to be offering a modified version today. Essentially, you're gonna bring those hands to nearly hip level and you're gonna perform the push-up from a lower position. This is gonna provide a really ample amount of blood supply to those pectorals as well as those shoulders and that back a little bit as well. You're gonna be engaging some muscles that you aren't necessarily used to engaging. This is why I really love this burnout, because you're gonna feel the burn in a much different way because it is such a different exercise. Now, we're on to the crunches burnout. This is really simple. I wanna keep it basic. Whenever it comes to core, a burnout should be nice and simple. There's just no better way for me to do it personally. You're just gonna do crunches till you can't do crunches anymore. I really like to go to the point where I feel a spasm coming on in my abdominals. It feels really great to really push myself into the point where I can't do anymore, and then I lay back and I feel the blood flow and pump and the muscle fibers twitch. That's how I know I'm putting in the effort and my body is responding and adaptations will occur. And the training effect is gonna take place and I'm gonna see progress. So that wraps up our workout. What I do want you to do for recovery is do some light to medium stretching. You wanna focus on the pectorals, focus on the abdominals, get ample amounts of rest, and make sure you get plenty of protein to recuperate, because you do have a 24-hour metabolic window in which your body's gonna be able to process and utilize that nutrients much more effectively than if you hadn't worked out. I hope this video was really helpful to you. I hope it was informative, and I hope you can employ not only some of these workouts throughout your future, but also some of the tactics to make them a little bit harder, such as compensatory acceleration, eccentric deceleration, and isometric variance. And as always, do not forget, please, it helps me out a lot. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, share, help me out here. I'm gonna keep making content for you guys. Just keep showing me love right down underneath the video. Much love, Trainer Torres out.